Good morning, guys. Welcome to Football with Brownie, or maybe good afternoon now. I need to check the time. Anyway, I hope you're well, keeping safe, keeping each other safe, and spreading a love right across the big bad world. Now, many may think that due to YouTube, I'm in my garden, but this is not the case. I'm actually in a lovely hotel just outside Bradford, and I've been invited to come and do a video about a tragic event which happened in 1995. 56 people died in what is called Bradford City Stadium disaster. 54 were Bradford fans and 2 supported the away team, Lincoln City. Right, just stopping off a village called Saltaire. Now, the salt mill is just down the road there. Now, back in 1853, it was built by and overseen by Sir Titus Salt. And he then built all these houses for the workers because he could see the poor conditions in which the workers were living in. This is what I love about northern towns. A lot of the architecture is just fascinating. This is actually a World Heritage Site, so can you imagine owning one of these properties now on a World Heritage Site? Anyway, probably about 2 or 3 miles away from Bradford's ground. So I just wanted to stop off here for coffee and give you guys some information about surrounding areas. Okay, here we are, Valley Parade, or what is now known as the University of Bradford Stadium because sponsorship reasons. I'm in front of a main stand. This was rebuilt after a fire, and they also done improvements then to that stand there as well. Because of the way Valley Parade is, it's actually in the valley, so you can actually see the stadium for a good few miles out in various directions. Here's a sculpture which was donated to the people of Bradford. I'll read it to you now. Sculpture by Patricia McAllister, donated by Sylvia Grappop to the people of Bradford in honour and memory of those who died or suffered as a result of a fire here, May the 11th. Quite poignant. Now, having spoke to people both locally and further afield, there's a slight annoyance. They feel that this disaster is not engraved on the minds of younger footballing generations, just like Hillsborough is. But unfortunately, there's 2 reasons. I feel there's 2 reasons for that. The first one is because of the issues surrounding Hillsborough and the trials and investigations afterwards have always kept it in the eye of the media and therefore the general population. Also as well, the 11th of May this happened. Now Bradford, it was basically a promotion party. They were going from Division 3, which is now League 1, to the 2nd tier. And basically, I'd say it was a promotion party. The ground was packed. But because it was 11th of May, then nowadays, because of more midweek games, the season calendar is a little bit shorter. So in many seasons, by the time the 11th of May come around, there's no more league games. Okay, along the side of the main entrance here is the memorial, and listed all the names of the victims. I read at the top, in memory of the 56 people who lost their lives as a result of the fire on 11th of May 1985. You know, there's obviously was Bradford, scarves, hearts, and even my beloved Cardiff City. Okay, I can't get inside, so at least you can see a bit of the main stand behind me. On the 11th of May, 56 people died here. 54, as I mentioned, were Bradford fans. 2 were away fans of Lincoln City. They included 3 who tried to escape through the toilets. 27 were by exit K, turnstiles 6 to 9 at the rear centre of the stand. 2 elderly people actually died in their seats. Some had been crushed as they tried to crawl under the turnstiles to escape. One retired mill worker made his way to the pitch, onto the pitch, but was walking about on fire from head to toe. People smothered him to extinguish the flames, but unfortunately he later died of his injuries in hospital. Of those who died, 11 were under 18 and 23 were aged 65 and over. The oldest victim was the club's former chairman, Sam Firth, aged 86. More than 265 supporters were injured. The fire was described as the worst fire in the history of British football, and the worst football-related disaster since 66 fans died in Ibrox 1971. Now remember, this happened in 85. Hillsborough happened in 1989. So Hillsborough did not happen yet. Now this may now be called University of Bradford Stadium. I mentioned for sponsorship reasons, but also as a massive link between Valley Parade and Bradford City and the University of Bradford, because as a result of the disaster, the Bradford Burns Unit was set up by Professor David Sharp there after he received many of the victims from the fire at Bradford Royal Infirmary. He was able to call upon 10% of the UK's population of plastic surgeons. It was during this treatment that Sharp began to develop what's called the Bradford sling. Try saying that with a speech impediment. Which applies pressure to the sensitive areas, and a sling is now used internationally in treatment of burns. Immediately after the fire, Sharp planned and treated the injuries of over 200 individuals. Matthew Wildman, aged 17 at the time of the fire, stated, "I must have had 5 different experiments carried out on me with all sorts of new techniques for skin grafts, and the potions injected to me helped repair my face naturally over time. On the 25th anniversary of the fire, the University of Bradford established the United Kingdom's largest academic research centre in skin science, and an extension to it, plastic surgery and burns research unit. Now, like many other things, you have to keep going with fundraising. And with Lincoln being the away team at the time, there's been a couple of fundraisers where you'd have people walking from Bradford to Lincoln's ground, and that's over 70 miles, I think. There's been other fundraisers over time. Former players doing Three Peaks Challenge. But I hope this video, even if it doesn't get seen by many people, I hope this video helps keep this disaster, which thankfully should never happen nowadays because of modern day stadia, but keeps it in the minds of your everyday football fan. Because the bottom line is, no one should not go home to their loved ones after a football game. Until next time, take care. Bye-bye.